So we're going to talk about the Dakota Pipeline for a second because a lot of people are getting confused. There was a little twist of verbiage, a little PR blitz, and now people don't know what's going on. There's posts all over Facebook on Twitter saying that the pipeline's not on the reservation. What are these Indians? Why are they mad? Nobody ever claimed the pipeline was on the reservation. Now, what they've done is they've switched two terms, native lands and reservation. They're counting on you not researching it. They're counting on you being too dumb to look into it any further. Those two things, those two terms, they don't mean the same thing. Okay? In 1851, a bunch of land was guaranteed to the tribes. Not all of that land is part of the reservation. Guess where the pipeline is? It's in the lands that were guaranteed, but not part of the reservation. So their claim that, the pipeline doesn't run through the reservation, that's true. It's a true statement. It has nothing to do with what's going on up there, though. Okay, I'm hoping that you'll go and look into this treaty. What you'll find out is that for the last 150 years or so, it's been largely ignored. It's been violated. It's been infringed upon over and over again. But you're clamoring for law and order, right? That's the law. The treaty was never rescinded. That is native land. Period. Full stop. End of story. It's theirs. So when you talk about the property rights of the pipeline, they don't have any. You can't make that argument. If you respect property rights, you have to respect the treaty. So they never got permission from the tribe. They have no property rights. End of story. It's that simple. But most people are going to make the argument that that treaty was ignored, so it's void. It was infringed upon, so it's void. If you're going to make that argument, we need to change the subject for a second. Let's talk about free speech zones. No, better. Let's talk about magazine capacity restrictions on rifles. Nope. NSA surveillance domestically. What about torture? Let's talk about that. First, Second, Fourth, Fifth Amendments, right there. Infringed upon. Ignored. Are they void? Do you still have those rights? See, if you start making that argument, that if the government infringes upon something, then it's void, it's not going to be long till it comes back to you. And that's part of the problem with this country. The people in power can count on one group of Americans always being willing to sign away the rights of another group. That's how we got where we're at today. And then that first group, they're always surprised when somebody comes along and signs away their rights. That's what happens. Right now, 25% of the country, of the voting population anyway, they're cheering that their chosen master won the election. He's not going to solve any of their problems, but he won't be the source of them anymore. He'll be the source of somebody else's problems. And then in 4 to 8 years, it'll switch. And then that guy will be the source of their problems, and it'll go back and forth. That's how it always works out. The only moral, logical, ethical standpoint, if you're concerned about your own rights, is to stand with the natives. That's it. Period. You don't have any other options. I think the reason that this has infuriated me is because Thanksgiving just occurred, and I watched all of these people say, I never played a part in the genocide of the natives. I don't want to hear about it. I'm tired of being blamed for it. Well, you have now. You've given your silent consent to it. It's going on right now. You're advocating for it. What? You didn't really think they're going to send in the army with blue uniforms and have them bash in the babies' heads with the butts of the rifle to save on bullets anymore, do you? I mean, that's not how we do ethnic cleansing nowadays. We just push them back. Ignore the treaties. That's what we've been doing for a very long time. You have now played your part in the time-honored tradition of getting rid of the red scourge in the United States. So next year, when you hear people complain about it, don't say you didn't have anything to do with it. You did. You are complicit if you're silent.